So a friend of mine reminded me that I hadn't done a Shopify video in a long time, especially one that got into the technical nitty-gritty of things. I was thinking to myself, like, what would be the absolute best thing I could share about Shopify? Without a doubt, the single most underrated aspect of Shopify is... What's going on, everybody? My name is Dave Connery, and I'm an artist designer based in Southern California, and you wouldn't know it was Southern California today because it's gray and cloudy and blustery. There might be rain coming. You don't care about any of that. I'm not going to complain because I know that some of you probably live in like the Great White North and they're like, Dave, I've got 75 inches of snow outside my door. Say this, it's actually kind of hot in my studio, so I'm going to take my sweater off. Anyway, so what I was saying is that there are certain aspects of Shopify that a lot of people overlook. They are underrated, in my opinion. Number one thing that I believe is underrated within the Shopify universe, especially when it comes to creating products, is tags. That doesn't sound very exciting, but I'm going to explain to you exactly what I mean. Been here for a little bit, you know that I created this book recently, and it is available for sale on Amazon. Link in the description, don't have to do it. I'm bringing it up today because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding that book to my product offerings within my Shopify shop. I'm going to create a listing, and then I'm going to show you all the different ways that I use tags to make that listing available in multitude of ways, in lots of ways. But not before I say, hey, do me a favor, if you can, go down there and hit that like button right now because that will boost this sucker up so much, it would really be appreciative. And it takes you 3.6 seconds to do so. Like I said, tags are very important, and why they are important is because you can use them not only to create kind of SEO opportunities for yourself, which I don't even know if it's really a thing anymore. Google SEO has kind of been a dead thing for how many years now? But there's still that opportunity. You might be found through the search spider. It's slim to none opportunity, but it's something. But where tags can be really powerful is when you use them in conjunction with collections. What are collections? Just like they sound. Imagine when you go to a website and it has all the different types of things you can find, and maybe there's subcategories of all the different types of things you can find. If it's art, maybe it's abstract, maybe it's small pieces, maybe it's large pieces, maybe it's paper, maybe it's canvas. If it's clothing, maybe it's tops, bottoms, shirts, pants, outerwear, innerwear, underwear, whatever it is that you sell, those are all your collections. You can also organize collections in a different way. Like say, for instance, you want to collect all of your clothing as a collection, and you want to collect all your art as a collection. I'm using this very specifically to me because I do this on my website. If you go to my website right now and you go to the navigation, every single piece of that navigation is based on a collection that I created. And some of those collections were based on the tags that I used within the product themselves. But let's talk more action. Let's get into the screen so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Here we are on the product section of Shopify. I'm going to go ahead and add a new product. Add my title. Add a short description. Now I'm going to add my media. We've got a cover design, an interior design, and then a close-up of the two interior pages here. Add my price of $20, which is the same price that anybody would get it if they were purchasing direct from Amazon. I'm not tracking quantity because this is printed on demand. This is a physical product. I don't know the actual weight right now. My scale's in the house, so I'm going to put something in for now and fix that later. Select my country of origin. I never know what to put here underneath this harmonized code, and when I start typing things, it doesn't work. If I type book, oh, there we go. Now it's working. Of course, it works now. If I had not said anything about it not working, then of course that's when it would not work. See, book, let's see, paper, paperboard, registers, account books, notebooks, other books, receipt books, letter pads, blah, 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 blah. Book, binary, paper, cigarettes, paper and paperboard, exercise books. Well, there's some really printed matter, children's books, drawing, color books. We'll just pick that one. That sounds good enough. It does not have variants. Now, I have a couple of different sales channels, which is number one, the online store. Number two, point of sale, if I decide to sell this in person. Not likely, but could happen. And then Pinterest. I'm trying to get on Pinterest Marketplace. That's a whole other issue that maybe I'll do a video of that in the future, but I don't know. Product type, books and mags. I already have that product type available. Vendor is me. I use the Dave Connery Art and Design. I'm not establishing any collections yet except for brand new items. This is one of the only ones that I actively select. I have to actively put stuff into this collection. Every other collection that I have, except for maybe most popular homepage or whatever, every other collection here is automatically created using tags. So I have my tags here, And I just go through this list. And if I don't have something for this particular item, because this is actually a new thing for me to add like a printed book into my shop, if I don't have it here, I can add it. But I've got, it's not original art. It's going to be at some point, everything else is gonna make sense some other time, but I don't need it right now. Objects under $100, that will definitely be the case. None of these other things, women's accessories, drinkware mugs, men's stickers, abstract. Explosions on Flatland is very specific. Home and pin, none of those. So we're gonna add books. Oh, it's already there. Books. And just in case, I'm gonna add journals. And I'm also going to add beacon. Because beacon is actually going to be something that I turn over every 90 days. This cover right now that you see on this thing is only going to be available for now until, April 1st. In April 1st, there will be a new cover available for anybody who wants to purchase. Just like there will be July 1st and then October 1st. New covers all year round, 4 times a year, and this one's gone after April 1st. But people will still be able to buy it based on the name. So I'm putting beacons in there so in case somebody comes searching my website for beacon. If you go to my website, there is a search button right up here. I could type beacon and you're not gonna find anything because I haven't added it. I'd actually have to type it right. B-A-C-O-N. It doesn't find anything. But if I type in books, then you get some of my reference to some of my blog posts and whatever. So you can find that stuff through search. That is why tags are important. But watch what happens when I hit my save button. Scroll down, you can see I've got collections added, brand new items, which is the one I added myself. Books is automatically added. $50 or less is added because of the price point of the book itself. Now that was the power of just a collection and not a tag, but still, that happened because of automation within Shopify. And I don't have one for journal or beacon yet, but that's what we're gonna create right now. So I'm gonna click over here to collections. I'm gonna go create a collection and I'm gonna put journals. Now I can add manually, which would mean every time I create a journal, I drop it into this collection, but that would be a lot of extra work. Instead, I'm gonna automate this by using the automated function and then product tag equals to, and I just scroll down through here and find journal. That's all I need to do. If I hit save, you can see that it now has anything that was journal created. Some of these other ones that I've done here are hand-painted journals that I've made, but you can see right here, Beacon, 90-day gratitude and goals journal. Sidebar over here, you can see that I can add this to my navigation. If I go into my navigation underneath online store navigation, I can create a separate collection navigation point on my website. But I'm not done with collections, so let's go back to products, collections, back to create a new collection. And this one I'm gonna make Beacon. I'm not adding a description. And again, not manual, automated, product tag is equal to Beacon. Now before you can create this collection from a tag, you need to make sure that you have the tag created, you have saved that tag, meaning you've saved the product that you added the tag to, so that when you come back into collections, that tag is actually available. If I'd have had this collection page open before I'd actually saved that product, Beacon wouldn't be available. All I would have to do is just refresh or start a new one. But yeah, you're not gonna see that tag in there if you haven't saved the tag already. Makes perfect sense, I think. On this one, I am gonna add an image, and I'm gonna add that main image right there. Have all my marketplaces selected, and hit save. You can see it right there, ready to go. My product is still labeled as draft. I need to change this to active to make it actually active in my shop, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit save. Double check what I've got here. Everything looks good to go. Let's view it on the shop. There it is. If I click on that, you can see the big picture. Woohoo! Ain't that pretty? Go to my first page, you'll see newest of the new. Scroll down and where is it? 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 Right there. Down to the very bottom. I'm probably going to recrop that image to make it a little bit bigger because obviously this ain't working for me. And in fact, I can do that right here in my listing. I go and click on my image. It'll bring up this dialog box. I hit the crop symbol down here in the bottom left. I want this to be square. You can kind of see the opaqueness there. It's going to crop a little bit to the edge, but I'm okay with that. This is weird. This is a weird designer thing, but I don't want these crop marks coming right to the edge of both sides of the book, so I'm going to push it just to the side, just like that, and hit done, and hit save. I don't know why I got that weird dialogue. We'll see what happens. Shopify has been a little buggy today. I'm not sure why. Might be the high winds outside and my Wi-Fi is just... Now we're golden. These other images I'm not worried about recropping because they're not going to be part of the main navigation in the front. But if I go back here and I refresh... Much better layout. Now, if I wanted some extra attention to that journal, I could go ahead and create a slider image here, which I probably will, but I'll do that some other time. If you go to my website, by the time you see this, it might actually be available. And if it's not, at least that item is down there that you can order right now, anytime you want, or of course, you can always go to Amazon. If you're a Prime member, you're probably gonna wanna go that way instead because that way you don't have to pay shipping. If you come through my link here, you will pay shipping. Just put it out there. I'll put both links in the description. That's pretty much it for this particular listing, but let's just go recap of why collections and tags are important, because there may be different ways that you want to get your product in front of people as they're on your website. And the way you have to think about this is, number one, how would they shop for whatever it is that you're selling? If you're selling clothes, are they looking for men's and women's? Are they looking for colors? Are they looking for tops, bottoms, or whatnot? If it's art, are they looking for artistic style? Are they looking for the different types of canvas or paper? How do you think people are going to navigate your page, or how are they going to better find what it is that they need from you and then go and create these tags and these collections based on that? If we take a second to just look at the create collection dialog, you can go in here to the different conditions and see the different ways that you can segment stuff on your website. Tags is the one way that I have chosen, but there's a whole bunch of different ways that you can do this. Some of them I have actually done. If I wanted to separate everything by product title, like for instance, I have different mugs and pins and buttons that all say do the work, I could possibly do that. Product type might be if I only want books, only want shirts, only want whatever it is that I have my product type set to. Product vendor would be anybody who has an online shop that sells things from a bunch of different people. Let's say you were an online gallery and you had my art and another artist and another artist and another artist, and we were all listed as vendors within your shop, then you might be able to set categories or collections based on the vendor. Product price, product tag, compare it price. I'm personally not 100% sure how this one would operate in a way that would be effective for your customers, but you could experiment with it. Maybe you have things that are based on weight, like you sell coffee beans by the pound or the half pound. Inventory stock would be a good way if you wanted to say, hey, last look at this thing before it's gone. Variant titles, compare it price, so many different ways that you can segment these collections. You can create super finite collections for things that you think people will want to gravitate towards. There is no one right way to use this. It's all going to be based on your usability, your customer's usability. So experiment, play, figure it out. If you don't like it, change it up, move these things. These things are totally fluid. You can change them around anytime you want. And that's it. That's all you need to know. Tags. Use your tags. Use your tags to your benefit so that you can make new collections and that you can make new navigation and you can get your thing in the hands of people who ever come to the website in multiple different ways. I hope that gets you started on the journey. If there are any questions about what I just did, make sure you drop them into the comments below and I will do my best to either talk about them in the comments or maybe we'll make another video about it. While you're headed down there, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Hit the subscribe because you want to be on the subscribe. You want to be a subscriber. I know you do. You look like the subscriber type. Hit the bell button and then share this with all your appropriate homies or even your inappropriate homies. On that note, I'm out. Folks, remember, be good today, be even better tomorrow. See ya.